What's going on, family? This is your girl Leah back with another video. The word today is remember what I said. God says remember what I said. He gave me the word today, and he says remember what I said, and he was reminding me of some things that he had spoken over my life on New Year's. He was just speaking some things over this year for me, and as I was in prayer as the year was coming in, and he said remember what I said. And he also reminded me of something he told me a couple years back. I did a video. Said what did God say? Right, we got to remember what God says to us. Right, the enemy wants nothing more than for us to mess up the things that God is doing in our lives. Right, he can't beat us. We're undefeated when it comes to beating the enemy. Right, greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. We know that. So the enemy knows that he can't win against God's people. We got to know that he can't win against God's people. You get what I'm saying? So he can't beat you. So he wants you to try to beat yourself. You remember what was that movie? What is it? The Wizard of Oz or something like that? And the lion. Wait, no, was it the wizard? It was like the wizard was like some little guy. Like I think it was Richard. Was it Richard Pryor? Who was playing in that? The one with Michael Jackson. But long story short, like everybody thought he was like this great thing, but really he turned out to be this little puny little man. You get what I'm saying?
Everything they say about me is true. I'm a phony. I got no powers. I got no right to be pretending to be the Wiz. I got nothing. Hocus pocus. I'm just plain old Herman Smith from Atlantic City.
And same thing with the enemy. The God says we're gonna see like how little he is, like in the end. I gotta pull up the verse. But the enemy is so small. We're only as big as we make him, right? And he can only do that if he tries to create a perception of him in our minds, right? The enemy's he can become larger than what he really is only by perception, only by our perception of how we perceive him. But if when we walk in God's authority, right? The victory that's within the God that's within the greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. And once you really understand that and know your power and authority over the enemy, we trample over him, right? So we got to keep our mind stayed on Christ. Keep your minds on things above. That'll keep you in heavenly places. That'll keep you where you need to be spiritually, right? To deal with whatever the enemy's trying to throw at you. The guy says, remember what I said. And he had me in this verse, and I seen somebody else, I seen this verse again, and it was just confirmation of what God had already told me this morning. He had Psalms 27, 28, and 29. But the verse that he wanted me to read, it says, teach me your way. This is David, 27 and 11. Teach me your way, O Lord, and lead me on the level path because of my enemies who lie in wait. Do not give me up to the will of my adversaries, for false witnesses have come against me. They breathe out violence. I would have despaired had I not believed